Virgo, welcome to your Celtic Cross reading. I hope you are well. I hope you are fabulous. We're back and so are the comments. Heck yeah. Let's do it. Let's get on into it. Show what I need to see, please, for Virgo. I do love a good old-fashioned Celtic Cross reading, yeah. You know, it can touch on a little bit of everything. Sometimes it jumps around here, here, here. You never know. It's kind of like sharing top, as I was telling Taurus. Sometimes stuff comes up that at first seems completely unrelated to anything else, but sometimes there are bridges. Sometimes it's random pockets of, here's something else. I never know. That's one of the reasons why I like it. Show me what's going on, please. For the Virgo Collective, show me that Virgo Collective, please. Show me Virgo. Show me Virgo, please. Regardless, take it resonates, leave it does not. Yeah? That's it. Those are the basic rules, really. If you'd like to know the rules of collective readings, it's in the description box for you. I am happy that the comments are turned back on, but we must remember about comments. They are a privilege, not a right. I do have a moderator, so that's going to help things greatly from this point forward. But still, this is our chance to share, care, learn, not be disparaging or hurtful or harmful, right? So there we go. So I'm happy that they're back on. The Emperor crossing, but still, nevertheless, just FYI. Although, I'm not really worried about that for you. Oh, God. Of all my collectives, Virgo, honey, no. You're probably one of my least problematic. It's one of the reasons why I'm so fond of you. All right, let's get cracking. And you, on the exit. Oh, I don't like that at all. Well, we'll see. Okay. Well, some stuff going on. Currently, I see you standing in your power. Emperor, that's always a good energy, right? This, that, okay, in command, possibly in control. Hopefully it's for the right reasons, sometimes we have to be, yeah. Sometimes we gotta bust butt to get things done, right? That's decision making. I got this, I'm on top of it. Something's challenging you with the world. Is something over? Is it not? It could be also just a general execution of energy, especially as the Emperor's backing it. This stays, this goes. Very normal. I call it cleaning house. But there's something here that's crossing you in terms of a challenge. And it's the world. Is this over or is it not? You know? It's something that's with you. What's hovering and influencing you is the moon. Illusions, okay. There's a sense of intuition in there, but it's hard to feel it, completely access it. It kind of remains a mystery to us. And the more that we don't want to look at something, the higher those stakes and values get into the moon. What are we not really confronting ourselves with? It's influencing you. It's hovering around you. Okay. Or not all is yet revealed. We shall see. In the relevant past, Page of Pentacles. Okay. Possibly trying to invest in something, trying to figure out how to contribute to something, communication. The Hermit, that's you. That is your power card. Something about what you were trying to heal, or something that you understand about yourself, because again, your power card, is changing or exiting. Very curious. Very curious. I don't know if I like that or not. If it's a lesson, so be it. We all have to change. We all have to transform. At least we should. The people who are the most resistant typically find that they have the most resistance in life. Make sense? There you go. Everything begins with the self. The more you resist change, you yourself are in fact the resistance. And so nothing else will flow in the way it needs to. Could be there's something here that you admit you just cannot heal, despite how much effort you have given it or contemplation of it. Eight of Pentacles and you're up front. I am actually seeing that legit as work energy. Some of you, your coin is increasing, or that you're just on top of your resources right now. Good job. Your strengths, comfort, care, knowing thyself, knowing your worth. Spending some much needed time on you. That's always a good thing. Your environment, you're telling me 10 of Pentacles, that it's stable. And if that's true, that makes perfect sense. You know, you work hard, good, it shows. So some of you are very proud of your foundations. The community, really, because the 10 of Pentacles is a far-reaching concept. It's not just family, it's not just personal friends and family and personal finances. It's all-encompassing. It's the roots that touch many, many things. So some of you are quite successful in your communities. Very resourceful, highly connected, networking, beneficial to all. Someone who just seems to know everything and has their finger in a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So I'm seeing a very high-functioning Virgo in the 3D world, right? Cool. So I like the stability for you in the 3D. It's looking like you're killing it on the monetary front. Awesome. Now, the hopes and fears, Two of Pentacles. There's something here that we've been kicking around. Can I give more to something else? Can I give a situation more of my time, energy, and effort? I don't know. I don't know if I want to construct it, because you're killing it in other areas of your life. So you're telling me you could. You don't know if you should or that you even want to. Outcome. I got some kind of ending here with death. Okay? Now, we mustn't be afraid of that. Death is not a challenge, and about how well we can handle it. It's about transformation. Okay? And I kind of see a hint of that in you, the Hermit, on your exit energy. It could be something about you is shifting and changing. The expectation, walking that long path with the lantern. I have walked a road for many, many miles, and I understand something is right for me, it's not, or I can heal it, or I cannot. Perhaps there's parts of you that are transforming, or a situation. I just know that it's been with you for a while, and you're experienced with it. Very interesting. So we got a little bit of everything for you today. Very curious. Very, very curious. Let's get cracking. Very curious. Show me the Emperor, please. Show me the Emperor. Show me the Emperor. Show me the Emperor. What's going on? Show me the Emperor. Ooh. It's Taco Tuesday. It's beef fajitas tonight. Yay! I don't always do Taco Tuesday, but when I do, it's Taco Tuesday. I love Taco Tuesday. It's a ritual. It's a thing, you know? Show me the Emperor, please. 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 Very interesting. Very interesting. So it's quiet, contemplative energy. On the outside, you're busy, you're resourceful, connected, stable as hell. The inside, soft, quiet contemplation. Very interesting. You have a very rich, busy outer world, and you have an equally rich inner world. There is the visibility of a Virgo, I'm saying. And then there's the non-visibility of Virgo, I'm saying. Very interesting. Five of Swords, Hierophant, Nine of Swords. It's interesting. That's a lot of energy. You're upset by something and you act like you're not. Powerfully upset, too. Your higher self, the Hierophant, wants you to recognize it. He's struggling to be heard amidst all that anxiety and the frustration. The Nine of Swords and the Five of Swords. Your Emperor's doing his level best to control it. Your outside world, you got it down pat, it looks like. Pretty solid. Your inner world is kind of in turmoil. You're very, very upset about something, very anxious. A lot of pain, that's a lot of mental pain. Mental conflict. And then you say, no, I'm not. I got it. I'm in control. I don't have to think about that. I don't want to think about that. Let's see what's crossing you. Could be a commitment here. Could be a commitment here that's on the wibble wobble. On the rocks, maybe. I don't know. I don't always assume commitment, nor should you when you see the Hierophant. It's just with that kind of commanding energy. Control. The Emperor and the Hierophant aren't too far apart when it comes to control. It's just the Hierophant has a more gentler touch about control. The Emperor's control system is much more upfront and not negotiable. And the Hierophant's is actually pretty non-negotiable too. It takes a lot to sway him. It's just one's gentle and the other one's not. So that's a lot of control in there. That's a lot of stubbornness. And this does not concern me. This does not concern me. This does not concern me. All is well. All is. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. So of course, what happens? It runs deeper and deeper. Okay. Show me that world crossing, please. I don't know. It doesn't have to be a relationship, honey. It could be a job. I don't know. But it's something you tell yourself that doesn't stress you, hurt you, and you don't need to think about it when in fact you need to be thinking about it. Rather, you need to allow yourself to feel it. Some of you don't want to feel a particular truth. That's a lot of feeling avoidance. Let's see if we can find out why. Some of that world plays in opposition. Some of that world plays in opposition. Show me that. I was hoping it was a bit of housekeeping. Turned out to be a little more extensive than that. Temperance. Page of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Right there. Hopes and fears. Can I put more time, energy, and effort into this? Your patience is wearing thin. So, your patience is indeed wearing thin. Okay. You're not ready to call it quits. You're not ready to throw in the towel. You are receiving a great deal of everyday structural proof, compliance, and energetic relay. Virgo, honey, something's not working out. And you're like, nope, I'm not going to see that. I'm not going to discuss it. I just need more time and patience. But underneath all that, honey, underneath all those layers, your patience is wearing thin. Okay. Something's not healing. Somebody's not putting in the time, care, and effort that this needs to properly heal it. Okay. Their energy is much too small. Somebody's mouth is writing checks that they can't cash. Okay. Whatever the situation is, again, it does not have to be a relationship. It has that vibe of high stakes energy attached to it, consequences. Okay. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I don't want to think about it. It's not even up for debate. Okay, so yeah, it could be. It could be anything, however, in your world. Your finances, your 3D is actually looking pretty clean. It's looking pretty stellar. I just don't think that's it. But take what resonates. Leave what does not. Don't force anything to fit. You'll just frustrate and upset yourself. If you begin to feel yourself get upset, do me a favor, separate from the message, turn it off, turn it away, watch it later. Or don't watch it at all. It's up to you. It's all free will. It's free will. All tarot is free will. Okay? If we do not honor one's free will, then there's no point. So yeah. Someone's patience is wearing thin. It's kind of like begging the question, is this over or not? You know what? I can't answer that question and I don't want to. Give it more patience. By the way, my patience is wearing thin. Is this over or not? I don't want to think about it. See how it's kind of circular? It's a circular concern, frustration, worry, and anxiety. We want resolution towards it, but when we get close to the resolution, that's the obvious. In other words, something's not healing. It's not working out. We back away from it and say, nope, that's not the answer I'm looking for. So it may not be the answer you're looking for, but it's the answer that's becoming increasingly apparent. Because I said, the Virgo I'm looking at in your day-to-day structure and in the feedback you're getting, something over and over again is proving that it's not working. It's not healing. Somebody's energy investment, both time, energy, effort, or coin, is very low compared to the concept behind it. I want to heal this. I'm not ready to let it go, world it. So let's give it more time. More time has passed. Ain't shit changed. That record keeps scratching in the same place. It's still broken. I'm getting... No. What alternative is there? End it? Nope, we can't deal with that right now. Just give it more time. You see what I'm saying? It's going like this and it's going nowhere. You are becoming increasingly irritated and agitated that there's no proof of healing or feeling better about this structure. Okay. So the solution is actually incredibly obvious, but it's not the solution you want, so you're ignoring it, and it's just causing you more anxiety. It's not an accusation. This is not a judgment on my part. Please don't take it as one. This is just what I do. If you want fast food tarot, where everything's the other person's fault and we have no liability in this, there's plenty of that on YouTube. You don't need me. Okay? I'm someone who needs to be needed. So if you want the real stuff and you need the real stuff, this is where you should be. Okay? If not, there's plenty of alternatives. All right? I think the Virgo I'm looking at, you need this today. Okay? but I'm not going to get into an argument with you. It either fits or it doesn't. That's it. The moon. This is all the shit that's hovering around you. And the moon hovering around us, that's kind of a big deal. Like I said, time has passed with incredible proof that we don't want to see. So we keep saying patience, patience, it'll heal, and it doesn't. Over and over again, it doesn't. Show me that moon, please. Show me that moon, please. That's hovering. Show me. Show me that moon, please. Show me the moon. Show me the moon. Nine of Cups, Four of Swords, the Knight of Cups. Man, I know. You really, underneath it all, want to just feel better. And you keep finding yourself in a situation that does not allow you to. So it's almost like you're having to suppress this feeling in you that I should feel good. You should feel good. You should. But the situation you find yourself over and over again is the opposite of that. So some of your better qualities to be able to feel good about yourself are not there. Yeah. This feeling of kind of like I need to be needed, I need to be loved, and I need to love myself. You can't access it. You can't access it because you're in a place, or some sort of situation or environment that's in constant state of mental stress because it's not giving you the feedback that you need, that you're an emotional being, and that if somebody says they really want to work it out with you and they don't mean it, and you get continuous proof, you get agitated, you go back to square one. Well, you never really left square one. Okay? So with the moon, some of the best parts of you, your best quality selves, your emotional self, your Nine of Cups, your Four of Swords, your willingness to heal, Knight of Cups, your emotional expression, your emotional vulnerability. You feel you cannot be vulnerable in this situation. You feel you cannot truly express your feelings in this situation, like it's not welcome, or that you wouldn't know or begin to know how, you know? There's some beautiful components in you that you have or you feel you need to keep hidden. And when you cannot, honey, if you find that you're in a situation where you cannot be vulnerable with somebody, okay, and say, I've done a lot of thinking and healing, and this is how I really feel, and that is vulnerable. That's vulnerability at its finest. Because you honestly feel it wouldn't be welcome to this situation. And why would you feel that it's welcome to this situation? You've been given ample proof that someone doesn't really want to put work into this, but they keep saying that they do. And then you kind of are frustrated by it. Okay. And then when we think about the alternative with the world crossing it, is it over? You immediately snap back and say, nope, nope, that's not even up for discussion, when it's the most obvious answer. You know? Think about it. If you have to be an emperor who's running in contradiction of himself about his true thoughts, and you feel you have to keep your most emotionally vulnerable self hidden because it's not welcome, I can kind of see why. When somebody's putting in bare minimum effort into a situation, just trying to see that it'll pan out, yeah, you're not going to be your most emotional quality self. You're not going to be your most vulnerable self. You're not going to be your most expressive self. You're not going to be your most loving self. What I don't like is that you don't really have a chance to love yourself in this situation at all. And that's upsetting. You know, you should be in tune with yourself. Maybe not all day, every day, but more often than not, you should be able to say, I love myself because I love the situation I'm in, not I have to hide my best feelings because my best feelings aren't welcome. Okay? So I don't know who it is that you feel you cannot be vulnerable with, but it's somebody who you say at this time you're not prepared to fully accept or see the truth of that dynamic. You'd rather control your negative emotions, even though you can't really. They're part of you. They don't have room to breathe either. Someone who is truly emotionally qualitative of their own, they can embrace the fact that they have negativity inside them as well as positivity. Even being angry with somebody that we're supposed to love suggests vulnerability. I'm angry, and I can tell you that I'm angry because I'm supposed to be in something that I can trust you with these emotions with, so I want to talk about them. And even then you find that to be difficult. So, and I don't care for that. It looks like you're in a dynamic where you don't feel emotionally safe. And yet you are expected to remain in control at all times. Not a great dynamic. And like I said, at this point, through my eyes, the solution here is incredibly obvious. Accept it instead of denying it. But accepting it would mean that not only would you have to accept the truth of it, you would have to accept the situation indefinitely. You don't want to. Or that means you'd have to be willing to change it, the world. You don't want to. So we're kind of stuck right now. Page of Pentacles. I don't know what that dynamic is. I just know that it causes you a great deal of mental stress, and then you say, no, it doesn't. It's fine. Page of Pentacles in the recent past, or relevant past. Show me that. Show me that little guy. Show me that Page of Pentacles, please. I have to say, your heart. Also, not just being able to feel the love you have for yourself, which you should, again. It longs to open up somewhere else. I didn't know if I should say that or not, but if it comes up again, I didn't want to have to backtrack and say it. You understand? There you go. It longs to express itself something outside of this, anywhere outside of this, possibly. But yeah, just in case I see you trying to express yourself to somebody, I wanted to have that in place. Okay? Let's do one more. Show me that Page of Pentacles, please. Show me that Page of Pentacles, please. Ace of Wands, Two of Swords, and Seven of Pentacles. You had the opportunity to invest in something not too long ago that really genuinely excited you. It caught your interest. You tried to give something to it, but it looks like it's stalemated in terms of there was too much confusion about how to contribute to something, despite the fact that you really, really wanted to. And it's kind of like you lost it by default. I don't know how lost it is. I'm just under the impression, given the minuscule amount that was invested in it, something that really made you excited. Something that really turned you on, something that really lit you up. There was too much confusion about the growth, or if there should be growth at all. But you wanted to. You tried to give something to it, and I do feel like this is you. I don't know why, but there you go. Well, it is your reading after all. But there's a murkiness in here that's not just you. It's just your reaction to it is mostly you. Understand? So yeah, I see you. It's like, I want to give something to this. It's got my attention. It's got my spirit. It's capturing something. It's drawing me. I want to give something to it, but I don't know how. Confusion and blindness. Seven of Pentacles, things stagnated or staled out because of the contribution level. Again, we didn't know how to give to it, but we wanted to. It was like something you either discouraged from within yourself, from fully contributing to it, or you were discouraged from fully contributing to it. Regardless, you had some say in it. That pentacle is yours to do with, and I'm looking at a Virgo who's very competent in the pentacle world. So I have a reason to believe it was you. You discouraged yourself from fully investing in something that legitimately you had interest in or desire for. It looks like it petered out and fizzled out. Let's see that, I don't know. Perhaps this kept you preoccupied from doing something else that might have spoken to you at a different level and in a different way. Show me that Hermit, please. It's very curious. Show me that Hermit, please. Show me that Hermit, please. Show me that Hermit, please. On the exit. Show me that Hermit, please. On the exit. Yeah, one more. Show me that Hermit, please. Seven of Cups, Ten of Swords, Nine of Wands. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurt. It hurt. There's a cup here. We would not commit ourselves to you. Either you or someone else. Someone would not commit to exploring the feelings, to expanding them, to understanding them. I'm seeing it as tied to this potential investment that was relevant to the past, which is on its way to exiting. I can tell you it helped transform you in some way. It did. It taught you a lot of lessons, even if they were hurtful. Okay. Ten of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and Nine of Wands. That's a lot of resistance, and in that resistance of expanding in a particular cup, expanding in a particular love option, possibly one that I do believe excited you, ignited you, caused curiosity in you, but not knowing how to give to it and not knowing how to comfortably expand or unfold your emotions in it, somehow along that journey, it got shut down. And where there was resistance, there was so much resistance. Nine of Wands to the exploration. There was so much resistance to the expansion of it. Understanding one's feelings and allowing them to develop at all. It felt good. It felt good that you got to see it. You got to see the option. You got to see what else there could be, and you felt it too. And it transformed you in a way. Parts of you are transforming as you understand yourself. They're changing because of this experience. And it was painful. I don't know who shut it down. I don't care. I see this as being different than your current situation that you're in. This is something that's affecting you of the fairly recent past. Current, I've already described, and how it's affecting you emotionally. And there's something else here that has helped put you into a state of reflection about you. And really taught you different healing skills that helped you see yourself differently. It left a very strong mark upon you. But perhaps it was one that you needed, even if it was painful. You may not see it that way, I'm sure you don't. But there was lessons in it. It helped shape you, and it's going to continue to shape you. You'll see that in time. Okay. I want you to take the lessons of whatever this afforded you, okay, and perhaps apply it to this situation. Good love opportunities bring out the best in us, even if it hurts us. It helps get us to a higher form. Bad opportunities that cannot figure out what they want or how they're doing it or how they're constructing it forces us to be someone we're not. So while I know you're looking at this and you're probably discontent, and I don't blame you, it seems like crap on top of crap. One of these situations for which I believe you're currently involved in does not bring out the best in you, your most authentic self. It puts you into a place of hardness and firmness and suspended from who you really are, a disbelief of suspension of self. It has you disconnected from your own feelings about who you are and the richness of who you are at the emotional level. It's on the teetering edge of being in and out. Nope, nope, nope. This is a lie. Feeling it, fixing it. The contribution's too small. Yet, the thing that might have hurt you fairly recently, and this is another situation, and it's not active as far as I can tell, not anymore, is probably the situation that got you the closest to who you are. I want you to take the lessons from this, not this. Right now, all this is doing is teaching you to lie to yourself better. Okay. I don't like that your feelings, the quality of them, are under the moon. And I don't like that you have to keep pretty much yelling at yourself to not think about this situation and how frustrating it is. It'll work itself out in time, and you don't really believe that. So, there is goodness in here. Virgo, there is. It's hard to see that when you're right smack in the middle of it. I know. I know. I know. I know. But there is nonetheless goodness in here. The goodness is you. The goodness is you, honey. And sometimes to discover the goodness in ourselves, we have to learn shit the hard way. You ever had your ass kicked that much by the universe? Have you ever had... Well, Virgo, I'm looking at yes. The answer is yes. It's happening right now. You ever had your ass kicked so much by the universe you could not help but acquiesce to change? And that is when you live. I mean, you really live. You know. That's when you really live. And you'll be able to look at it so many years down the road and be like, it couldn't have been any other way. Yeah. Your 3D world, though? Killing it. Just, you know, I see that for Scorpio all the time. Stability, stability. Inner world's a myth, but stability, stability. I'll see that all the time. I promise. It's not just you. I promise. Yeah, so another thing, honey, is collective readings. Do not take it personally. It either fits or it doesn't. Okay? And don't force it. Just because it says Virgo in the title doesn't mean it's for you. Check your other placements or I'll catch you on the next one. Most of the time, most people who watch collective readings find themselves somewhere in the middle. I can understand in some way. Sometimes it's 100%, which is rare. Sometimes it's 0%, which is also rare. Okay? All right. Let's see your bridge. Show me that 8 of Pentacles, please. I'm working. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. And I want to see that 2 of Pentacles, and that's pissing me off. First of all, I hate inconsistency, wishy-washiness. I have no respect or values for those things. I'm just such a decided person. And that has its drawbacks too, don't get me wrong. But it's all about the approach to life. Something either fits with you and you say that's me or it's not, right? So I want that. You know, if somebody's mouth writing checks that they can't cash, I can see your reaction to the situation, saying it doesn't bother you. I can keep putting up with it and keep hiding my true emotions. Wrong. I don't like it. At least the situation, however it was, however painful the exit, it puts you into a space of being yourself. Something I feel like you have not been in a long time. And I believe it caused a softness in you, even if it scarred your heart. And I'm sorry. But at least it was real. At least it was real. It taught you a lot. Eight of Pentacles. Not quite. Eight of Pentacles. I know it's hard. Okay. But it's something that you're good at. Good. Good. Can't say I'm surprised. You work very, very hard. You do. To create stability where there otherwise wouldn't be stability without you. Let's call it for what it is. I mean, as I said, you're killing it in 3D world, and it is on you. And you feel every conceivable stone and or pentacle of it. You got a lot of responsibilities. You do. You're good at it, clearly. It's kind of like you wish your personal environment was more like your work environment. Makes more sense to you, right? I know. But you are good at it. You're good at what you do. Okay? I think one of the things that is a particular skill set, I don't say this as an overarching concept, but a very specific skill set you have, is to organize chaos. You seem to be very good at it. Very good. 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, instability, frustration, heaviness. 9 of Pentacles. Oh, you're saying, but this is what I do. 6 of Wands, and I'm very good at it. So I believe you have a very strong skill set. You have a tendency to stabilize unstable situations, except one. Okay. And that's probably one of the things that frustrates you and provokes your sense of pride and control. Because it's like, if I can stabilize unstable situations in work and in resources and community and family and friends, I should be able to do it here too, right? So it messes with our pride, and it messes with our concept of self to the point that sometimes we lie to ourselves about what we're really experiencing. Why? Because we feel we're supposed to. I think you got very used to this. That's what I think. But yeah, I think you feel the weight of every conceivable stone, but I also can't help but think you like it in your own way. You're very good at it. You're very good at it. You like the responsibility, you like the weight. Like I said, I think you like bringing stability to instability. Organizing it, giving it structure. You know what you're doing. You get other people to figure out what they're doing. You seem to be quite good at it. So that Queen of Pentacles, please. Your strengths. Hopefully you take care of yourself. Take pride in your home. And your achievements. Some of you take pride in your physical forms. Okay, your body. Show that Queen of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. Four of Cups. Oh, I forget. Okay. Okay, and the Knights of Pentacles. Slow moving. All right, that's fine. Slow and steady. There's an Ace of Wands that's still with you. The one that looks like it's stagnated and or fizzled out in the relevant past, despite the allure and how it called to us. And I'm seeing these two as very much related. Okay. You are disappointed by that. You are disappointed by how it turned out. It's still with you. But I still see it shaping you for the positive. I told you. There's a big difference between something that negatively affects us every day, and we tell ourselves, just get over it, get used to it, or it's not a problem. I don't need to think about an ending. It'll stabilize in time. When we know it's a lie, versus something that genuinely, even though it hurt, affected us, but at least it was honest. Right? This is where we learn our true, authentic self. This is where we learn to maintain an inauthentic self. Why you're doing it, I don't know. But I do think it comes down to a certain level of pride, control. I'm looking at the Virgo who's like, that's what I do. I organize chaos. I can make this fix. I can make it work too. You don't really believe it. You force yourself to believe it. Two different things. So whatever this is, it's still with you. And it seems to be bolstering you in some way. There's something about it that says this still speaks to me. And even though it's upsetting and it's disappointing, it still moves with me. And it kind of makes me remember who the hell I am. Right? Because I told you, strong lesson, painful, but it speaks more to who you are. So you're still learning from it, and it's still influencing you. And it makes you realize no matter how slow, there's a part of you that would still feel inspired, emboldened, and impassioned once more. It's still with you. And it influences you to move in a certain direction, no matter how slow. We'll see how that plays out. I can tell you take a lot of pride and strength in the world that you have managed to create. Show me that Ten of Pentacles as your environment. Excellent. Show me that Ten of Pentacles, please. Show me that Ten of Pentacles. Show me that Ten of Pentacles. Show me that Ten of Pentacles, please. Yeah. Show me that Ten of Pentacles, please. If it weren't for you, the stability wouldn't exist. You know that, right? You're the one who's keeping this whole thing together. That's why you're not ready to call it quits. Because that would be like an admission of defeat, right? Even though it completely speaks to you in the form of a lie, and this is fine, and I can work with this, I can keep it together. I know you can keep it together. That's not the question, is it, Virgo? Is it good for you? You are phenomenal at creating your 3D world. Unfortunately, whoever is supposed to be in there with you does not create at the same level you do. You're a master stabilizer. And for some reason, you're trying to apply that skill to an area that's very home to you, and it's not working. And that Ten of Pentacles in your environment, there's that fucking Five of Swords again. Two of Wands waiting for the energy to get back into a good place. For the drive to be there once more, and it's not. The lack of authenticity about the world you created and how you experience it are two different things. I can't see who this influence is, except you keep telling me I'm not ready to call it quits. I'm not. It's not even up for discussion. And the more you say that, the more harm you cause yourself. It drives your real feelings of who you really are as a person under the moon even further. And yet, there's something here that was rejected, pushed off, that made you feel like you. Even if it ended up hurting or rejecting, or the situation was never allowed to build in the first place. Not really. That really spoke to you in a real way. Your Ten of Pentacles remains. Your environment, your 3D, your foundation, that's all there. It's rock star energy. You got that covered. You like organizing that chaos. And I don't think you understand, in that effort of trying to apply those same skills to the situation, you're just destabilizing yourself. So while you have the illusion, okay, that your personal home world is tight, on point, okay, it's not authentic. You don't really believe it. More to the point, you don't really feel it. How we approach often one area of our life, we tend to do the same in others. That works well for some areas, not all. Okay? And it's been trying to cycle out for a while, but we're not allowing it. We're not letting it. It seems to fall under your weight because, again, without you, honey, there would be no stability. You're the one who's the driving force behind it, and you're keeping it together. You're forcing to keep it together, even though it's not what you want. Your 3D world, your stability is what you want. Who is allowed to be in it? You say that also stays. It seems to be elements, someone else, that is anti-stability, at least what they contribute to you. It really does come down to you, doesn't it? And that's a heavy responsibility we have, so I can see why you would default to, I will make it work, this is what I do. I organize chaos. I keep it under control. And again, if it weren't for you, I don't think it'd be held together at all. I see this Two of Pentacles. Show me this Two of Pentacles, please. I already saw it over here. Seven of Cups, Ace of Swords, Five of Pentacles. God dang! I just want to, honey. If I could just make this go away for you, I would. But it's not me. It's you. You're the driving force behind it. Whatever this is, it doesn't want to be here. It does not want to be here. Not with you having say or trying to control it or tell yourself it should still fit the picture. It doesn't want to be in the fucking picture. Not that I can tell. I mean, again, without you, there would be no stability. I know you're a master at your particular craft, but what you do for work, your family, friends, functionary things, community resourcefulness is not applying to whatever this hell. It doesn't want to cooperate. It doesn't want to be emotional with you. It does not want to foster you in that way. It does not want to support you in that way, and it doesn't exactly evoke those feelings from you either. Whatever this is does not want to commit itself to the emotional level to you, and you keep telling yourself it's fine, it's nothing to worry about, but on a much larger scale. Much larger scale. Somebody's feelings here are failing to latch. They're broken. Someone's too afraid to own their feelings here, no matter how surface they are. They don't know how to give to it, to structure it, to shore it, to get back to it, to revitalize it. It's just not here, but we're still engaging in it. At least until here. Let's see this death, please. It was already on this teetering edge back here, so how long this will take to play out, I could not say. I know that you are hugely invested in it, and the more you invest in it, the less you invest in you, in terms of your authentic self, and you as an emotional being. Okay. Death. Show me death, please. Show me death, please. I kind of just do what I'm told when I hear stop or keep going. Death. The Star. Two of Swords. Six of Pentacles. Thank you. It's looking like you. I'm not saying this was easy. Obviously it wasn't. It took a major toll on you, your life history, your experiences. It's like you're conflating the idea of, I can make this part of my world function so well I can apply it to this. You could for so long, but it takes the cooperation of someone else. Someone who refuses to admit that their feelings for the situation are a failure. It's not even that it's a failure, just ownership of one's feelings. I am doing my best to make this work with you, but the truth is I don't really want to. So we keep telling ourselves this is okay, we can make this work, and then the more you do, the more you cringe. The more you cringe outside, the more you can cringe inside. Because it's just not who you are. I can see where you try to apply the parts of you that are true to this, and it's not working, and nor should it. It just drives a wedge more and more between you and your emotional self as a human being. There's a part of you that is so beautiful and self-willing and vulnerable that nobody gets to see, or at least whoever the hell is in here doesn't see with you, or they don't want to, but they don't exactly encourage it in you either. Right? Because then that means they'd have to be emotionally invested, and they're not. So I see something coming here to an end, specifically, literally, honey, making it work. Okay? That dream with the star, that hope, that drive, that desire to make it work has faded. That star has faded. That hope has faded. I'll grant you it's a strong one. And you did your level best to fulfill that star. But something here will not balance. And it is time, in my opinion, that you stop making it try. And it's actually not even my opinion, it's right here in the fucking cards is the outcome. I genuinely, from my point of view, I'm relieved. The Virgo I'm looking at is terrified. But you knew it from the opening. And you've been knowing it. It could. I don't want to think about that. But I can make it work. I don't actually believe in that, but that's what I'm going to say. And that's what I'm going to say to myself and whoever else is in here with me. And finally, we have the conclusion to what looks like a saga. Okay, the outcome. Trying to make it work. And it's the impossible task, giving up on it, hope. And it's not... For you, for the Virgo I'm looking at with the Emperor and the Hierophant in there, those two heavyweight champions of I got this, I'm in control, I say what's up. You might have some strong Taurus in your chart, and that would really explain a lot of that stubbornness. Aries, too. Whoa! Yeah, I can see where this, for you, is going to feel like a failure. It's not. It's a beginning. And it's a blessing. You have to understand transformation is for our best. It's our highest good. Not because we failed, but because we weren't meant to succeed in it. It's not our success story. It's someone else's, but not yours. I know. I'm not very good at throwing in the towel either. Like I said, when you've had your ass kicked this much, you can either keep going and pretending everything's okay, or you can turn around and face the gods and say, okay, I'll take the fucking hint. This isn't for me. I did my level best, and honey, I know you did. I saw it right here. No one can say you didn't. I literally told you without you this situation would not be stable. The reason it has any pretext of stability at all is for your efforts. If that helps you. I don't want you to do it anymore. Do you want to do it anymore? It's shifting. We've lost hope trying to balance this because it cannot be balanced. In order for something to balance, two people have to want it to. Okay? What this is, I can't quite tell. It's whispers. When this concludes, I don't know. I don't know. It's your particular journey. And I'm kind of done doing time checks for the Celtic Cross. It doesn't make sense. The Celtic Cross is complicated. There's portions here that tie into the main story, and there's other portions that do not. I don't know when this happened. But it's a lesson that had you feeling more like you than this ever did or has for a long time. And your heart whispers something to someone else. And I don't know who it is, and I don't know what it's about, and I don't know if it's completely out of your life. I could not say, and I really don't have the time to press it. Your upfront energy priority is the world that you have created. 4 Swords. Queen of Cups. Someone of the heart space we'd like to heal with. That's where the whisper is headed. Heavy water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It was a sun that possibly cycled out but could possibly come back into existence. We wish to heal the heart space with whoever that is. And our moon energy, our love energy, our softer energy, our vulnerable energy. Whispers, we would like to heal with that energy, that person. That's not the focus today, but it's there and I wanted to acknowledge it. Okay? They seem to have taught you a real but authentic lesson. This one keeps you trapped in an inauthentic state. And you allow yourself. I know you feel it's your responsibility. And I can tell that you are deeply experienced Virgo. I don't think you're 20-something. I don't think you're 30-something. In fact, I think you're older than that. I do. You have the experience to know the difference, but the hard-headedness for you to learn shit the hard way. So I don't quite know how else to put that. And it's not a challenge. It is what it is, or it's not what it's not. But I will say this. Good for you. New Moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. Listen to yourself. First quarter moon in Libra. Keep your heart open. I don't know why that hit me in a funny way. Libra season might be interesting for you this year. Keeping your heart open a little bit, Page of Cups. It's drifting back to this moon energy for some of you. Or whoever's your heart speaks softly to, but quietly in another direction. Okay. Okay, that's enough of that. Virgo, I hope this helped you, truly. It's complex, but it's real. Okay. I will see you approximately 2 weeks for your next reading. Take care. Be well.